Caring for Places and Things study has been looking at the ways in which people care for and maintain products and places that they regularly use. We've been exploring the attitudes of users towards their care and maintenance practices, and specifically we've been looking in areas such as fashion, interiors and product design as design researchers, and trying to find the ways in which this type of information can help us develop new and improved products and services for our particular design disciplines.
We had an event and we asked people to bring along objects that meant something to them, or precious items that they keep and they maintain. We brought some products along ourselves. Some people had brought objects along, some people hadn't, but we had some questionnaires for them to fill out, some surveys. They filled them out, told us a little bit about their product or something they cared for or maintained, and then they posted it into a little box that we were collecting the insights into. We'd got a little space set up where we were doing mini interviews.
The object I've chosen is a small leather box with a little fastener. I use this every day because I wear earrings every day, and I keep the rest of my earrings that I use all the time inside it. And if I'm travelling, I take it with me. Sometimes it gets little bits of dust inside it, so I just blow the dust out, and that's the only thing I ever do to take care of it.
I've got this pair of Red Wing boots that I bought, and I just use a leather oil, and just every now and again I just run over them just to waterproof them, and they keep the leather really supple. The soles are really tough. I use them in my workshop, I ride my motorbike with them occasionally. Whilst I've had them a long time and they're great, I don't really feel emotionally attached to them.
The product or range of products that I brought along is these technical drawing pens, which I used for many years when I was a student. You take the barrel away, so you take the lid off, take the end part of the barrel away, and that exposes this internal ink reservoir, which you, just like a normal fountain pen, you can take off and refill. And I don't use them as much as I would like to use them anymore, but I can't bear to get rid of them.
This is my skateboard. Been doing some skateboard for about 14 years now. Occasionally I just unscrew so the wheels and just give a bit of a clean on the bearings so I can be a bit dusty. I don't really care about it, but somehow I do care about the activity, so it's not that much about the product itself, but like the feelings I get out from it.
I brought along today my favourite pair of shoes. What I do is I clean them with a leather cleaner, and then put some leather wax or a kind of a cream on them which soaks in and keeps them really soft. One of the reasons why I bought these shoes was because I wanted to be able to repair them. But they have been heeled about 5 times since I bought them. It's a leather heel and with a little rubber cap on it, but what happens is the cobbler rebuilds the heel with leather and then puts a rubber sole on them.
This is my Planet X Pro Carbon road bike, which is just a year old, and I love it to bits. In terms of caring for it and tools and maintenance, I use a whole range of specialist things for the bike. So it only gets cleaned with environmentally friendly biodegradable cleaners that I use on the chain, on the frame. A lot of those are specialist because it's made out of specialist things. It's a carbon fibre frame, so you have to use special products on it. I care for all mechanical objects. I'm an engineer, so I really like machines and objects. But because I spend so much time with the bike, it has a special place in my heart.
I think one of the interesting things, we were positioned deliberately just inside the main entrance of the university, and when we'd spread all our interesting objects out, so we'd got a sheepskin rug, a motorbike helmet, some old boots, a motorbike torque wrench. There were lots of students coming and going at that time because it was during the exam period, so there was lots of younger people coming and having a look at what we were doing on the stand. That was really good at capturing people, and then they felt they could share their insights with us because we'd shared something with them.
I looked at interior spaces. One of the people that I spoke to was a young woman in her mid-20s. Her and her partner had recently refurbished the house that they live in, and they took great pride in their bathroom. So every day, at least twice a day, there was a general sort of cleaning when they'd use the shower, things like that, squeegee down the screen and all those sorts of things. And then once a week they did a thorough clean of the bathroom as well. One person also spoke about a room in the house that was theirs. No one else was allowed in it, so that was quite a private space. Some people were going back to more traditional methods of cleaning, so maybe using baking soda and water and things like that as a cleaner that's less harmful to the environment. Other people have maybe had particular surfaces that were sensitive to modern products that could be a bit harmful and abrasive, using vinegar on glass and those sorts of ideas. During the 20th century, with the increase in mass production and the availability of lower priced goods, people have become less inclined to care and maintain the things that they buy, the products, the clothing and the spaces that they live in. Actually, people are losing the skills to carry out this maintenance and care routine, and they're less likely to engage in the practices that we know can maintain and increase the longevity of products.
A smartphone these days is a very expensive, high value piece of equipment, but people don't seem to really pay much attention to looking after them or actively caring for them. So I've developed this kit designed for you to maintain the phone. I believe that if people go through those routines of looking after their things, actively caring for them, that they will develop a bond with that that'll last, and hopefully aim to extend the useful life of it by caring for it. The work that we've done as a team. We've benefited from each other's experience, which has been wonderful. Each of us is starting now to develop their own direction for the project, which is a brilliant conclusion, really. This project has been the start of something, what hopefully will be a really fruitful series of research and projects that come from the Caring Project.